Hello everyone. Today we're gonna talk about beauty dish. We're gonna talk about the different types of beauty dish, the pros and cons, and also I'm gonna show you some of the tips and tricks of how to use them. At the end, we're gonna go through some sample photos and with some behind-the-scenes shots, so you can have an idea how I use them on location. So let's get started. First thing first, let's talk about the different types of beauty dish. They're basically, other than the size and the shape, there are basically four types of beauty dish. They're the traditional beauty dish, and they come with the white and silver, and also the collapsible beauty dish, and they come with a white and silver. Among all these four different types, I like the silver the best. So there's a reason for that. For me, the silver beauty dish is actually the modifier they're gonna give you the most amount of the light, because first it's small, the light is more concentrated. The second is the silver is bouncing light in a very efficient way, so you got the most light output with the silver beauty dish. Also, I prefer the foldable one is because yeah, it's very easy to travel, and it's very likely it will get damaged. It really is not like the traditional beauty that you drop it or you drop something on it and then you get a dent. It's very easy to get scratched. Like, I've been using this beauty dish for a long time. This one almost still look like new. There's a one little thing about this beauty dish is under a certain situation you might run into problem that your strobe is too strong even though you're shooting at the lowest power, especially when you're shooting low light. And you still need to blend your strobe with the ambient light, because the ambient is so low, so you need to match the same level. But because this thing is so effective, so even though you're shooting the lowest power, you found that the light is still too strong. So for that case, like what you need to do is you just use the front diffuser. Most collapsible beauty dishes come with that, so you just use that to cover it. So it will cut down the light by, I think, half stop. If still not strong enough, you can always just go to Walmart to buy like a white bed sheet and just cover it again. But I never need to go to that far. Okay, now let's go through some sample photos. Okay, let's take a look at the first shot. I put my beauty dish over camera left around 9 o'clock position. Um, yeah, maybe between 9 and 8 o'clock position. So just kind of like outside of the frame. So this is a behind the scenes shot, so you will see it in here. So this is a kind of like really high dynamic range. So the sky is sun is setting. The sky is very bright, but the foreground is pretty dark. Actually, if without the flash, the model's face is gonna be totally dark. So you can see this have a pretty good coverage. Like the model's face is pretty well lit, and also her body. So and this 3/4 portrait, and then the beauty dish can handle it really well. So this is the final shot I got from that light setup. This is the second shot. You can see I put my beauty dish kind of like leave it tilted like this way, and then it covers the whole body of my model. And this was a shot during the sunset as well. And actually, this shot was taken after I took the shot. Then I just walked back a few steps, then took a behind the scenes shot for this one. And yeah, so you can see how important the lightweight is for shooting outside. Like there's no way I can put a heavy strobe over here. It will be easily just follow my model's face, and because the pack and head configuration with ProPhoto B2, and also the light itself is the weight is almost same as a flash, and the collapsible beauty dish is almost weightless. It's so lightweight, so there's no problem. This is also around probably 9 or 8 o'clock position, and so you can see the beauty dish can handle the situation really well. Well, over here you can see it's not so well blended because the reflecting light on the stairs is already gone because the sun was already set. But after I show you the original shot, you will see it blends really well with the ambient. So you really need to make your power level within the same level as ambient. No matter you make your ambient a little bit brighter or darker, you just have to make sure your strobe match the same level with your ambient. And this is the this is the shot. Yeah, you can see when I took this shot, the reflection, that the sun is still kind of like now below the building. So you can still see this reflection from the stairs. So under this situation, the beauty dish actually naturally blend with the ambient light. Yeah, you can see like from all her body is actually the light is coming from the beauty dish. You can see they're pretty soft. I mean, even though people might think, oh, smaller modifier got to give you a harsh light, and then well, you just have to try it. And I don't think the light is harsh at all. It really fits my need. Okay, let's take a look at the next sample photo. So this shot is like shot during almost like, well, say probably like 3 or 4 p.m. But during the summertime, the sun's really high. You can see that the sun is really tall, and is very very strong. You can see the reflection from the chairs. Like this area is probably already overexposed. But for me, I need to leave it that way. I mean, first is like if I make it darker, the other area gotta be too dark. Then it gotta look so underexposed, and then probably gonna make it look more flashy. The other thing is like if I keep this darker, then it lost the feeling of this is kind of like a hot summer and during the midday. So it kind of like lost the idea of when about this story, right? So yeah, so same. The angle is pretty much the same as like between 9 or 8 o'clock position, and still using my B2. I don't work with assistant, just by myself, just me and model. Okay, so let's take a look at the finished photo. So that's right here. Yeah. So the original shot, this one, actually that's probably when I was still doing the light testing, and apparently you can see the light on her face is not strong enough. And you might see, okay, is the strobe fired or not? They actually fired. But why you don't see it so bright is because this is the reason why silver is more efficient, because a bouncing light pretty much all the way to here, so you don't see many lights bouncing to your direction. So the light is more concentrated, right? So under this type of light situation, you really need a very effective modifier, or you just shoot with a really powerful strobe. But that usually means they gotta be heavier. You're gonna need a heavier light stand. You probably need an assistant. Then that's a whole different level of production. So yeah, let's take a look at then after I adjust the power level, you can see the light on her face is very natural. I mean, even though she's turning her face away, I mean more to the camera, and there's no problem that the beauty dish wrap the light around her face. And yeah, and also this is pretty much to cover her whole body. Okay, then let's take a look at some other photos. So this is done by Beauty Dish as well. This one is probably the light is around between 7 or 6 o'clock position, and the Beauty Dish is actually very close to my shooting position. This type of shooting is what Beauty Dish doing the best, because you can this kind of close to like a headshot. Beauty Dish doing really well for that. You can see, look at the shadow of her cheek under her chin over here. It really helped to bring the shape, and also because the silver Beauty Dish does do a better job. Like you can see the highlight on her nose, her lips right there. Right, so these is pretty much like your light is doing the dodge and burn for you, and doing it very naturally. And like a photo like these, you barely need any like a retouching or editing, right? So when you look at a model's eyes, you can pretty much see, yeah, so that Beauty Dish right there, right? So sometimes there's a trick, like if you wonder, okay, where they put the light, just look at model's eyes. Usually it tells where they put the light. Like you can pretty much see I didn't use any other light modifier. There's no bounce card, or there's no fill light or anything. It's just one light, just right here. Yeah. So this is what I believe Beauty Dish does the best. This light situation is actually very, very challenging. You can see the model is a very strong backlighted right here. The hair over here, they're actually overexposed. And like what I said before, that's the way it's supposed to be. The sun over here is very, very strong, and then you can see the Beauty Dish compete with sun really well. I can even make it brighter. It's no problem. I can even like make it brighter than the sun. But the thing is, it won't look natural. It's gonna look flashy. Yeah, I think for this shot, I'm shooting probably around 2 stops or 1.5 stop below the maximum power. Yeah, so it just handled it very easily. And considering my strobe is only 250 watt second, Beauty Dish is really good for this type of situation. So the next shot, this is another shot that I took in California during my workshop. This is done by Beauty Dish as well. This is I just put the Beauty Dish a little bit around here, and I have my assistant holding the light for me. And this is a very strong light as well. Like we're shooting now, I think it's around like 4 p.m. Yeah, the sun is actually very strong. This is a little pound over there. There's some trees actually casting shadow here, which really helps me to compose this shot. If the all water is just like there's no trees covered here, the water gonna be totally overexposed. Then her arm probably gonna be disappeared from with the background. So and then I just picked the angle, and then I found out this angle she really stand out. Then I just need to add light to her face. Because this is also another very strong backlighting. You can look at the shadow. Actually, the sun is coming from here, from a little bit lower angle. Yeah, you can see the shadow right there. Yeah, so this is a very kind of like dealing with almost same is like dealing with like a very strong backlighting. Yeah, so you can see the Beauty Dish does a great job to fill up the light as well. You can see the light on her face. Very soft light. You can see the light, very soft light. And then the good thing with Beauty Dish is like it's really good at building these highlight, and then in the meantime maintain the shadows under her cheek. Yeah. So in order to show the shape, you really need 3 things. You need to highlight, you need shadow, and then you need the mid-tone. So these 3 things help to bring the shape. Okay, so these are the sample photos I'm going to show you. Then in the next video, I'm going to show a different modifier. Then yeah, thank you very much for watching this, and I'll see you next time.